For Revor 1, we brought you an incredibly rare film. A lost film from an exploitation filmmaker's filmography never before seen. Today, we bring you not one, but two incredibly lost films. Films never before released. How in the world do you know so much, and who are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I say you have great taste in movies, and in addition to that, you're quite good looking. Well, thank you. To be perfectly honest, that genuinely means a lot because I've been having some pretty severe self-esteem issues recently. Before we go on, I don't mean to fish for compliments, but what do you think about me? To be perfectly honest, I can only see your flaws. This release provides us with an opportunity to actually showcase that access, in the case of no other film element being known to exist, is a key facet of being a film archive, even if we cannot fix every inherent issue in the surviving film element. Here we go, presenting Revor 2 as one. No. Yes! No. If we're blended, we'll become the most powerful film archivist of all time. Yes! So today we're looking at not one, but two completely lost films. So here we have our duplicating negative stock, which is like a lighter blue. But then we have Fuji original panchromatic negative stock, which has a bit of a purple hue. We see a tiny little dash. That tiny little dash signifies to us that this was done in, processed in the United States. You also see triangle, square, edge code for 1924, 1944, and 1964. This is quite obviously 1964. Thankfully, this is pretty much a pristine negative with very little scratching. You got some really cool images in this one, and it's very mysterious.
What happened to him?
He was killed.
By what?
In my dreams, many people often ask me, what is the most tragic case of film preservation in the Vinegar Syndrome Film Archive? I will tell you that this is in the top two. This film element went through some kind of flood, whether it was a roof caving in, which I think may have been the issue, or it was something else where water was spilled from a pipe. But this film element has a lot of water damage. The way that we actually were able to get this to a point where it wound off was we treated it in a petrochemical for an extended period of time. So this gave it the ability to replasticize a tiny bit and not just be completely uncompromisingly brittle. This film has undergone more damage than many other films have ever experienced. If you pull on it too much or if you give it too much attention, it will fall apart, which means that every single little piece of preventative action we apply to it has to be incredibly careful. Now, let's wind through this and just let it go on its own. This is what the film naturally does. This is not what a normal film should do. Do you see how it shifts and moves? And this is severe warpage. You can see that not only was the water at one side more than the other, it was much more affected on one end than the other end. So if you look here, it gets bad damage, then perfectly fine for a little bit. And then that's the same side of film. So this is exactly the same side of film as the one that was over there. The one concentrically placed against it. We see the varying levels of the actual emulsion damage. And this is not something that can be brought back. This is the emulsion being cleared straight off of the actual film element. But I'm coming from a lost film, silent film mindset, where I think that just having something for a lost film, especially one as interesting and cool and fascinating as this one, is incredibly worthwhile. What's fascinating to me about looking at a water-damaged reel of film is we have this film element and we can still get portions of image off of it. However, if you have an SD drive or even an LTO completely submerged in water like this was, you wouldn't be able to get anything off of it. And by presenting it this way, from the only surviving film element in existence, it's simultaneously a good way of providing access to a long-lost horror film that you've never seen, while also being a very profound example of the importance of film preservation.
Yes, we've been dabbling in that field.
One of the main reasons that we do Revor without giving the actual titles itself is primarily because of the fact that each film can that we open has the opportunity to be a pristine OCN, a very badly weathered 35mm print, and it's a mystery every single time that we try to open it up. And this particular Revor 2, we think you'll like it quite a bit. Isn't that right, Oscar 2? Why, yes, we most certainly do.